Good morning. It's Wendy and Mason in the morning. We're live. We're talking about expensive stuff that's way, way worse than it used to be. Hey, good morning to you once again. 7:29 on Cat Country 95.1. It's Wendy and Mason in the morning. We are broadcasting live on the radio and on Facebook and on YouTube all at once. You should come say hi. Facebook.com/CatCountry951. Give us a like, give us a comment, tell us what you think. We got a specific topic for you today. You can chime in, tell us what you think. And I think you probably have some feelings about it. Wendy, do you feel like things have gotten expensive lately?
You think? Yeah.
Or
I
maybe
filled up my gas tank the other day and just about passed out.
Yeah. Gas is crazy expensive right now. I think I saw average is $4.04.
Oh, that's low.
Yep.
The one right across the street from here, it was like $4.94 for premium.
Oh, for premium? I'm not talking premium.
Yeah.
I would never talk premium.
I don't think it was $4.04. I think it was still $4.50, $4.30, something like that for the others.
Yeah. I guess nationwide average was something like $4.04.
Okay.
And that just sounds ridiculous. It really does. But that's probably the same. You know, I feel like gas is gas. Do you think it's gotten any better or any worse over the years?
Worse. In the last 3 years, it went from $1.63 to $4.04.
No.
Problem.
No. I know it's gotten more expensive.
Okay.
Right? But has the gas itself gotten any worse? It's probably the same, right?
I haven't noticed any difference in the way my vehicle drives.
I'm assuming it's the same.
Okay.
So here's the thing. There was an online poll. They asked people a bunch of stuff. What is more expensive and worse? What are you paying way more for, but the actual experience or whatever you're getting out of it is much, much worse than it used to be?
My property taxes.
Property taxes, yeah.
Yeah, that
more
one
expensive,
got a little out of control.
And a little bit worse. Well, I got a whole list of the top ones that America says has gotten crazy expensive, and it's gotten worse.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
What's Stanley saying? I've seen news in Florida, fuel was $7 a gallon.
Ouch.
No way. I'm going to start walking everywhere. All right, so let's get to this list. The first one on here is actually kind of interesting, especially in the line of work that we're in, Wendy.
Okay.
These are things that have gotten crazy expensive and worse. And we can have, you can agree, not agree, whatever you think. The number one thing, concerts.
Oh, agree.
Concerts.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, they've definitely got more expensive, but have they gotten worse? Actual going to concerts? Has the experience gotten worse? Because they're definitely more expensive. I remember growing up thinking a $40 concert was like really expensive. And if I had to bring like a date to it, I was like $80 for a, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I have to get a new job.
What you pay for parking now instead of just the concert itself.
Yeah.
No, I think, everything has gotten more expensive, but I think the quality of the performances has definitely increased.
Yep.
I mean, Taylor Swift is a prime example.
That's a huge
She's
show.
come such a long way.
Yeah.
So, you get more for your money in a sense, but
Yeah.
I think it's still a little excessive.
Yeah, but some people are saying worse. I don't know why. It doesn't really have an explanation, but that's what it says. Here's one that I think we'll have strong feelings about. Movies. Movies. Have they gotten more expensive?
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
I think for a regular movie, just at the theater up the street, I think it was like $13.
Yeah, 10 or 11 is what I'm used to spending. And then this weekend, though, it's the cinema month, so you get $4 at AMC and Regal Theater. So
that's
keep that
great.
in mind while you're out and about. But yeah, it's definitely gone up. I remember when we could go to the $2 theater right out east off of what is that? Academy, and right in between Galley and Platt, there's a little theater out there. We used to be able to go there for like $2.
Yeah.
And all you had to do is like wait a week and a half or 2 weeks for the big movies to move to that location, and you still go get to see a fine movie in a theater for $2.
But what about quality of movies?
No, gone.
Gone.
Quality. They can't even come up with original ideas anymore. They keep rehashing old movies.
Yeah.
Oh, let's put this new star, a new actress in it, and it'll make it all fresh again. I mean, don't get me wrong, Wednesday, cute, but come on.
Yeah.
They could have come up with something completely different.
Here's a good one here. Furniture. I think it's gotten way more expensive, and it has gone downhill tremendously in quality. And I think of the stuff that I had in my house that my parents had. They had wood furniture that was like wood everywhere. The drawers were wood inside, and it was heavy, and it was,
Yeah, actual wood with the dovetails,
Yeah.
I call it oatmeal board, but particle board glued together.
yeah, and I feel like you could have thrown my dresser I grew up with off of a 4-story building, and it would have just like hit and landed there. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
quality.
Yeah. Now
And
they just explode into 1,000 pieces.
And they probably bought my dresser for like $30 at a furniture store.
Yeah.
Now you're talking like 100 and some for like the cheapest
Hundreds.
stuff, and then it's like particle board, right? You have to spend
Yeah.
to get quality furniture. You got to spend tons.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one you might have some strong feelings about: Disney, Disneyland, Disney World, that kind of thing.
Yeah, well, they fluctuate. There's so much controversy going on in Disney right now that
Yeah.
it can go up in prices and then it can go back down and then they can give it free because they know you're going to spend money in there. It's just Disney's always fluctuated.
But like
I
from
think
when
the
you were-
quality,
Yeah.
down, price up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wondering because I mean they always try to revamp the rides, make cool new rides. They get rid of the old ones and in with the new. Is it better? And are you getting what you pay for this time?
No, not really.
Yeah.
But I'll still go.
Still go.
I'll still
I think
go.
I think most people will. Here's one's kind of funny. Hot Pockets.
Bleh.
Hot Pockets. Are they more expensive?
They're more expensive, but I think you're getting more stuffing in them too lately. I
Oh,
think they're
yeah?
trying not to take all your money and give you, some of the more of the meat,
Yeah.
if
Here-
you will.
Here's one I've heard you talk to me about, just like because this is kind of something you like and whatever, you have feelings about it. I've heard you tell me them directly. Vegetables. Are they more expensive and worse?
Very expensive
Yeah.
in the major markets here in town, but
Yeah.
I'm going to be taking myself out east on Saturday to Smith Farms to go hit up their produce because they've got all kinds of stuff in it.
Yeah.
I would rather support local, get organic, natural, and not spend as much as
Yeah.
I would in one of the major retailers.
How about cars?
Cars are ridiculous. Don't even get me
Ridiculous.
started on that.
So
Oh my
expensive.
gosh. You cannot buy a vehicle for less than $20,000 and get the warranties and all the good stuff that goes along with it.
Yeah.
And there was a time where you could literally walk onto a lot with $2,000 and drive away with something that wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my first car was $2,000.
Yeah, I think that
I'm pretty
I
sure.
spent $500 on a vehicle and it wasn't that bad. And now that just good luck.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Cher
you can't
says-
even get an e-bike for $500 right now.
Yeah. Cher on Facebook says I love Smith Farms.
Yeah, they've got some plums I'm looking forward to getting my hands on out there. I'm
Donna-
gonna have to do some pickling because I'm gonna overdo it. I just know I'm gonna buy it.
You're gonna overdo your
I
pickling?
am gonna overdo. I'm just gonna buy all the produce and then you gotta pickle it because it's just me. I don't eat it that fast.
Yeah.
I'll be making salsa and pickles all weekend long.
Yeah. Well, the list goes long. We'll keep going on Facebook, but we gotta get some commercials on here. We gotta pay some bills, so we'll be back.
Good morning, Donna.
Donna says we're her favorite
See you
station.
there.
Woo!
Sorry, my eyes always water in the morning. For those of you that get to watch me, I'm not crying.
Hey, it's
Constantly gooby.
it's Najib from Uganda, Africa. Wonderful.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. I know he's a good guy. I wish I could help more in the cause there, but I love that you're engaging.
Let's see, Daniela says good morning,
Good morning,
guys.
Daniela.
Good morning, Daniela. We're talking about expensive stuff. Stuff that's gotten crazy expensive, but it's also gotten worse. Uh-oh. And we were at cars. I don't know if they've gotten worse, though. Cars are pretty awesome.
No, I think the quality of the cars has gone up, and of course the technology has improved, and they have to make ends meet with the cost of the technology, et cetera, and the safety. They're very much safer than they were. Oh
Yeah.
my God! Think about buying one in the 80s and 90s compared to now. So yeah. You're gonna get what you pay for when it comes to a vehicle, but can you even afford a vehicle? I mean, you have to finance it.
Yeah.
And depending on your credit, you could be paying upwards of 28% interest.
For a car?
Yeah.
Holy
I mean,
cow.
it's just ridiculous.
That is.
It's tough.
Here's one. Flying.
That is a prime example of too expensive, less quality.
Way
Because
worse.
I used to dress up in church clothes and go fly, and everybody got a meal, and you had a choice between chicken or beef or veggie, and you always got snacks, and you got complimentary drinks, and you were treated well. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
I like to see those movies and TV shows where it was like in the '60s and stuff like that, where the pilots looked incredible and the flight attendants were all flashy and that kind of stuff, and
And they
people
would come out with the big old baron of beef and slice you some meat right there in the aisle, and you just get treated like royalty.
yeah, and apparently it was a lot cheaper and it was a lot better. Now you got smaller seats. Like even a skinny person thinks they're tight seats. It's just kind of crazy. What does someone
No
say?
foot room, no overhead space. People constantly trying to fight on the plane. Ay,
Yeah,
yeah. From
Waiting
the
for it to-
boardwalk.
from the boardwalk in Louisiana. That's
Oh.
where our stations used to be in Louisiana.
All right.
Awesome. Go do some shopping.
Totino's Pizzas. Yes, Sandy nailed it. Nailed it. It's become more cardboard for your money than actual. Because I used to eat those like crazy.
Yeah,
They're
that
just
was
not as good as they used to be.
that was huge in college. I had a mini fridge in my dorm, and its only thing in there was bagel bites and Totino's pizza
There
rolls.
you go.
That was it. It was just completely filled with that. I bought the giant bags from like Sam's Club or whatever. Yeah.
What
that
about
was-
chocolate
that's
and
what I ate.
candy bars? I think they've gotten way more expensive, and you get less.
Yeah.
Like Snickers bars used to be huge, they were big, and then now they're like half the size, twice the price.
Yeah. You know what I didn't like was the what's happened to Halloween candy. Halloween candy bars. You know what I mean? Like when
Yeah.
I was growing up, they had the fun size or the snack size or whatever. They were like that big,
Bigger
right?
than-
It was
yeah.
like I would say like half a candy bar is
Mhm.
what they were back in my trick or treat days. And now they get like this tiny little square. It's like an inch of a Snickers bar.
And the bags are so expensive.
Yeah.
hmm
I don't understand where that came from. Candy bars.
And potato chips.
Yeah.
You're paying for a bag of air.
Another one on here, appliances. Washers, dryers, refrigerators. They're
yeah,
way
but
worse.
again, right with cars, they're up there with technology.
Yeah,
you
the
know?
technology's cool, but
Yeah.
they'll die. Like my grandfather on his ranch, my grandpa was a cattle rancher. He had a refrigerator from probably the 50s, and it was
Still
working
working.
great and like ice cold.
Yeah.
You know, it was rounded on the top. It's one of those like with the
Nice.
closed shut. That thing was great. I bought a fridge for my house not too long ago, and I think it lasted like 3 years, and I had to get a new one. And I paid a ton of money for it.
Of course.
Oh,
Of course.
that one definitely drove me
Yeah.
crazy. Fast food? That's on the
I
list?
agree. And you get less. You get less.
Yeah.
But there's still some standards that some of the major corporations have kept up with. Like when you're talking about Wendy's, McDonald's, and Taco Bell and such, you still, well, I don't know, Taco Bell's kind of in trouble for charging more and giving you less.
I feel like it's a hit or miss with Taco Bell. Like, I feel like it's certain locations.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Certain locations have like incredible burritos, filled tacos, shells that are not crunched into pieces, and they filled with the meat. And then you go to another one down the street, another Taco Bell, and it's like they put 6 beans in your burrito, and it's just like, what's the deal? Yeah, that's something. They're getting sued right now for
Yeah, they are.
false advertising.
Yeah.
So that's something. Cable TV, that's on the list.
I don't buy it.
No.
No, so don't worry about it.
You've
I cut
cut
the
the
cord
cord?
many, many years ago.
Yeah. More commercials, less shows. All the same shows are on all the same channels. It's basically the same show on all different channels, like housing shows. That's an explanation for that one. But if you're just tuned in, we're talking about stuff that's gotten way more expensive and is worse. Why are we paying for it? That kind of stuff. Streaming services, that absolutely. Daniela says streaming services. I'll tell you, because I cut the cord super early. Before a bunch of people ever cut the cord, I was cutting the cord. Before people even said cut the cord, I was like, well, I can get Hulu.
Yeah.
I
That's what I did. I got a Roku and I've never been the same.
I had Hulu Live when it first came out, and I think it was like $11, and now it's $80 for Hulu Live.
What?
There are way more channels. It's basically like cable or whatever,
Right.
now,
Still,
and so it's different.
God.
It's like just as expensive or close to it when you have your internet that you're paying for and you got your streaming services.
Yeah.
It's something.
And
Tiffany
they,
says
they
electricity.
are admitting to charging more for commercial-free platforms so that you go to the less expensive ones and have to watch the commercials.
Yeah,
They're admitting to doing that.
yeah. Electricity is an interesting one. I
You
feel
know-
like electricity has gotten a lot more expensive, and I feel like I get more blackouts than I used to. Like power outages. I feel like when I was growing up, it was a very rare thing that I had a power outage, that the whole house went black. And I feel like that happens quite a bit now.
See, and I don't have that problem. I live alone, and I still have one of the highest utility bills you've ever seen. And if you really want to get me started on our utilities, it's a monopoly, and those are illegal, and we have no other choice but to pay the utility company here in Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
And they can do whatever they want, and they do. A couple months ago, I got a charge on my bill for $7.50 more for sewer water or something stupid like that. And then they come back a couple months after that and say, well, we're going to give you discounts on your utilities, $7 off. Well, they're still collecting 50 cents per person, per household everywhere in El Paso County. So
Yeah.
how are you saving me money?
Yeah.
Where did that $7.50 come from? My utility bill's crazy. I have to actually be on a budget plan. So if I don't use as much one month and I use more the next, at least I've got that buffer, but it's ridiculous. I live in an 800 square foot house. It's just me, and my bill is over $200 a month.
Wendy has some strong feelings about that.
Very much, and I have no problem talking about it. We need a different option.
What about-
We should be given an option.
What about haircuts?
I don't get my hair cut. but
You don't
they're
get your
very
hair cut?
expensive.
Yeah. More expensive, worse haircuts. And there's a good one. Brooke's got a good one. Homes.
Oh, yeah.
Homes.
No, mm-mm.
Way
If
more
you didn't
expensive.
buy one
Off the
6
charts
years ago,
expensive.
you're not getting one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not saying all homes because I know they have different home builders and everything like that. But when you compare like old timey homes that were built out of like plaster walls, I mean, I just wanted to widen the door once in an old home. I had to go buy special tools just to break through the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I had sledgehammers that wouldn't go through because of how well it was built. I feel like you could have driven a trash truck through this house, and the trash truck would have just bashed into the house and stopped right there. Now it's like everything's kind of flimsy. They got those foam core doors and the tiny little thin drywall, and they're way more expensive. So homes, I think that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
But it's about time for us to do our next thing on the air. So we got to drop this topic for now, but you guys can keep it going on Facebook, comment whatever you want, share it, give us a like. Please give us a like. It helps with the algorithms and that kind of thing. So
That's
yeah.
a big word, Mason.
The algorithm. It's very important these days with the online stuff. Bye, guys. Have a great day.